Hi guys, it's Rachel. I'm here by Iona Beach, located in Richmond. I want to show you guys the bird sanctuary nearby and like how lovely the views are here. As you can tell probably from the audio, it's very windy where we're at right now. This is one of the many things that I appreciate about Vancouver. It just gets so beautiful, especially during the springtime. Look at this view! This is a sad case, but a case that happens to a lot of people and we need to talk about it. As we all know, studying in Canada as an international student is a huge investment. I understand that most people go through this route, like myself, as a way to get a return on their investment later on. Luckily, IRCC has made that possible with the postgraduate work permit, which, for those that don't know, is a type of open work permit that allows you to work in Canada after graduation. However, the sad fact is, not a lot of people know how to qualify for this program. Even worse, they make the mistake of choosing a school or a program that does not offer a postgraduate work permit. Missing out on this opportunity can lead to a waste of time, especially if you have long-term goals to stay or remain in Canada. So with that, today's case study will be about a postgrad work permit refusal. I'll be breaking down what happened as to why the student got her PGWP application refused. At the end, I'll be capping off this video with valuable lessons or takeaways that we can learn from her case. But before that, just a big disclaimer. Immigration law and policies often change, so the policies and law that may have been mentioned in this case study may be outdated. With that, it's best to keep up to date with the current policies found on the IRCC website. So, without further ado, let's begin. Here are the facts about the applicant. The student was enrolled in an 8-month program leading to a certificate in liberal arts at the William and Catherine Booth University College, which is a mouthful to say, so let's just call it BUC. BUC, by the way, is a private college located in Winnipeg, Manitoba. The student received a study permit that expires in July 31st, 2018. On April 29, 2018, she completed her program and received her certificate. She was prompt and applied for a postgrad work permit soon after. Unfortunately, her postgrad work permit application was refused on July 20th, 2018. She even went to the Canadian Port of Entry to reapply but was rejected yet again. So, what happened? Well, here are the reasons for refusal. The immigration officer that reviewed her application stated that she studied at a private institution and only got a certificate. The officer looked at the policy surrounding the postgrad work permit, which you now see on your screen. So, according to IRCC's website, the applicant must provide evidence that the program or programs of study were taken in Canada at one of the following eligible designated learning institutions. But guys, I want to point your attention to the last point. To simplify matters, a student that is enrolled in a private DLI may qualify for a postgrad work permit if the program leads to a degree, such as an associate, bachelor's, master's, or doctoral degree. Going back to the case, while the student was enrolled in a private DLI or designated learning institution, since her program only yielded to a certificate and it did not lead to a degree, she is unfortunately not eligible to apply for a postgraduate work permit. Oh no! Sadly, the student was still in denial and refused to agree with the officer's decision on her PGWP application. With that, she appealed her decision to the federal court, which is called an application for leave and judicial review. At court, the student argued that her certificate is actually a degree because apparently BUC has the power to grant degrees and her certificate falls under this category. However, the minister argued that IRPA makes a clear distinction between certificates and degrees. For those that don't know, IRPA stands for Immigration and Refugee Protection Act. It basically regulates matters for immigration policies, processes, and procedures. Anyway, the minister made it clear that her certificate is not a degree. The minister even went further to explain that if she had gotten a certificate or diploma at a public institution, then and only then is she eligible for a postgraduate work permit. Ultimately, the judge sided with the immigration officer's decision and the judicial review was dismissed. Now, here are some commentaries I have about the case. As I was reading the case, my curiosity led me to search up the school. I actually went to IRCC's DLI list tool to check if BUC is still part of that list, and this is what I found. So it is in fact a designated learning institution as seen on your screen, and hence it's eligible for a study permit. To the right side, you'll even see that it is eligible for a PGWP. But, and a very big but here you guys, there is a very subtle hyperlink right beside the word yes. If you click on details, it will actually lead you to a page where it specifies this. So it states that you will only be eligible for a PGWP if you have completed the list of programs below, namely a non-theological degree that leads to an associate, bachelor's, master's, or doctorate program only. I was looking at this and I was like, holy. This small detail can be overlooked easily if you're not thorough or careful enough. The student may have overlooked this fine detail when she was searching up the school on the IRCC website, and because of this one small mistake, it cost her her chance to work in Canada after graduation. By the way, if you're finding the information helpful so far, I would be over the moon if you could please like and subscribe to my channel for more information regarding Canadian immigration. I even have an online course that has useful videos and guides to help you choose the correct program and school for your studies in Canada. It even talks about the several factors that you have to consider before taking the plunge, so make sure to check that out. Take note, I am offering this course at 40% off if you use my code rrdancel at checkout. So if you're planning to purchase it and you want to save a couple bucks, then use that code. Anyway, let's now move on to the takeaways. Whew, transition. Anyway, here are 4 important lessons that we can take away from this case. Number 1, plan ahead and do your research well. The student was in an extremely difficult situation. She studied here in Canada, incurred the cost of paying for her tuition and living expenses here, and she probably thought that she could gain back the cost afterwards by working in Canada through her postgrad work permit. Sadly, her dreams ended abruptly when she got a refusal on her PGWP application. So for those of you that are watching, make sure to double check that information on IRCC's website and with your school before applying to that program. The last thing that you want to do is to pay a lump sum of money for a program that does not offer a PGWP. Ouch. Number 2, determine your end goal in Canada. If the student studied a program to experience simply studying abroad and nothing else, then she can pursue any school and program for that matter. But since her goals in Canada were long-term, she should have carefully selected a program and school that would open the doors for her to work a skilled job. That skilled work experience later on may have helped her qualify for the Express Entry program, and if lucky, she could have even applied for PR. So, ask yourself this question. Do you have long-term goals to stay in Canada permanently? If you answered yes, it's good to consider a 2-year program that is eligible for a PGWP. A 2-year program may help you earn a maximum of a 3-year PGWP. Studying and working longer in Canada also increases your CRS score for the Express Entry program in comparison to studying a shorter program and getting a shorter length for your PGWP. Also guys, take note, a PGWP is only issued to you once in your life. When you get it, that's it. You cannot apply for a second PGWP. Third, she shouldn't have waited until it was too late. If the student realized her mistake sooner, she would have had time to mitigate the issue. She could have transferred to another school prior to starting her classes. She could have transferred over her credits to another school or program that offers PGWP. Or she could have continued to study in the same school and bridge her certificate program into a degree. In short, there were several opportunities for her to jump ship or steer the ship clear before hitting the iceberg. Sadly, she let it be, and well, the rest is history. I get it. Some of the options that I shared entail more cost, but incurring that additional cost to study a longer program or to transfer to a school that offers PGWP is a lesser evil in my opinion. Meaning I wouldn't mind paying extra if a PGWP is within reach or within the horizon. That is why if you are uncertain about the process or you don't know how to proceed after doing your own research, it's best to consult with an authorized representative for options that bring you closer to your immigration goals. Lastly, number 4, and guys, I am begging you to heed to my warning. Please, 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 just please, be careful of immigration agencies and even educational agencies that offer immigration services. If anything, I would completely avoid them. I have been receiving so many private messages from viewers about this issue. It's so scary to know that there's so much misinformation going online, especially from growing agencies that operate overseas. Mind you guys, agents sign students up for certificate programs at private institutions that may be on the DLI list, but definitely does not offer PGWP. These students are enticed by that agency to sign up with their partnered schools and even promise them PR or guarantee them permanent residency to Canada. It's ridiculous because immigration is never guaranteed. Anyway, sorry for the strong feelings, but I have to speak strongly about this matter because I hate it when other people's livelihoods are put to waste because of this misinformation. And while it could be different to some of you, I just want to point out this one aspect of reality. Case in point, please, please, please do your research. That way you don't fall into these common immigration traps. This is a pretty heavy topic, I know, but I feel that this is needed. I try to give valuable lessons for each case study. I read the public record, understand the case, and break down the information. I do all of that for you guys because I genuinely care. At the end of the day, knowledge is power, and I try to share my knowledge to empower you. So I hope you found this video helpful. I hope you stick around for the next video. Maybe even hit the subscribe button to keep up to date with videos that I post every week. Anyway, that's it. That's all I have for today. Thank you again for your time. Be safe and be kind. And as always, I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.